Let's lock and load. Welcome to the Idiotically Armed, Armed and Dangerous podcast with your hosts Matt and Zach, where we talk about life, guns, cars, mechanics, comedic stories that happen through our day-to-day life. Join us, shall you?
Hey guys, it's Matt.
And I'm Zach.
This is the Idiotically Armed, Armed and Dangerous podcast. You probably already heard that from the introduction on the way in here. I made that in 30 seconds. Not even.
How the hell did you do that?
I mean, we use Audacity. It's like from Windows 98. It's great. It's very stupid proof.
Yeah, it's
been out forever. YouTube is the greatest thing when you want to do audio production. You may know us from Idiotically Armed on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram.
Twitch.
Yes. I wasn't going to introduce Twitch yet, but, you know, a little teaser. We do have a Twitch now, finally. We took a hiatus for about
6 months?
No.
8 months?
No.
Yeah?
Mm-mm.
This is right about the time that you got with your girl.
That's 9 months ago.
Yeah, but I would say 8 months because it was after that.
Yeah.
Was our last video.
About.
I think our last video on YouTube is at the 6th or 7th month mark.
Hold on.
And that was the track video because you weren't there for the Halloween thing. That was me.
That's right. You are correct.
I think the last video that you were present in was the track. Track or the... What is it?
I wasn't there for Cars and Coffee.
No, you weren't there for Cars and Coffee, and you weren't there for Gateway.
No, I was there for Gateway.
Oh no, you were there for Gateway.
Yeah.
So was I can't remember if Gateway
Bitch,
was
let me just pull
before
up
the
YouTube.
track.
You're making this difficult. You sound like an Alzheimer's patient right now.
That's because I feel like an Alzheimer's patient.
Nerd.
I got old timers, yay!
Let's see here. Let's go to our videos. How to view channel videos.
It's so great to be back on a normal mod.
Oh yeah, as everybody probably hears, Zach sounds like he's sucking a watermelon through a straw. It's him hitting his vape. 7 months ago was the last time we actually... 7 months ago was the last time we posted. That was Halloween. I wasn't there. The last video I was in was Gateway. So the Exploring Hottest Rides, the Cars and Coffee one I wasn't, and the Halloween Havoc I wasn't in. For those who don't know, we're going to... What? Go ahead.
I was going to say that Halloween Havoc thing was fun, man. We were blowing up Tannerite in that video.
I know, and there's people dressed up in onesies.
Pumpkins going everywhere.
Cocaine. So, let's give some background on ourselves. Why should people watch us, or who we are, or what do we do? We're both blue-collar workers. I don't give a fuck what you say. Okay, I work inside, and it's an AC building.
You work in a climate-controlled shop.
Don't be mad because I've made my way up the ladder.
You made your way up the ladder to go back down.
What do you mean back down?
You manage several different stores. Now you're back to peon because managing isn't all that great.
No, because people suck. You ever had to get...
I am a blue-collar worker.
Oh,
I do
go.
construction. I'm in the plumbing field. I'm in the concrete field. And I do electrical. On top of many other things. I literally wear a blue-colored shirt.
You want a cookie?
Blue-collar worker.
I wear blue too now.
No, you wear gray like you are right now because you got the bum finger.
Yeah, I'm out of work for a while. We'll talk about that in a minute. But me and Zach created Idiotically Armed out of a whim. Actually, it was my idea.
Complete boredom.
We were bored, and
It's like we always sit here and have a good old time shooting guns, going to the track, doing all this stuff, and we're like, hell,
we can film
why
it.
not just film it and throw it up on YouTube? So we went through and grabbed all of the equipment that we needed to get started, and I learned how to edit on the worst editing program on the planet, DaVinci Resolve.
Shout out to DaVinci.
Yeah.
Don't sponsor us.
I'm damn good at it now, but
Don't sponsor.
it took me 10 months of editing to finally be good at that.
And then you say, "Oh, why are we using this Windows 98 stuff to record
Well,
audio?"
yeah, because Audacity, like,
Dude, it's-
DaVinci has all the stuff to do editing for audio.
Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah.
I'm not recording a music video.
See, I do all the editings for the videos and all the podcast stuff. I'm going to leave that completely up to Matt because he knows audio and I know video.
Yeah.
I know color grading and I know all of the edit stuff for that. He knows all of the good stuff for audio.
Right.
And
I come from 2 other successful podcasts that I've created before that are no longer existing for other strange reasons that I do not want to get into of my past.
man's smashing his host's girl's ass.
I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Yes, I did.
For a hot minute.
2 years. That wasn't my smartest choice. But this all started because...
My cousin, not cousin.
Oh my God. Stop. So we all started this because Zach's girlfriend calls us idiots. So I ran with the idea. So one day we were doing nothing and I said, "Why don't we start a YouTube?" And Zach said, "I don't care if we do or we don't." So I came up with the name and then I ran with it. And then Zach jumped on board. We spent way too much money on equipment way too fast, but hey, fuck it, let's get it out of the way.
He's about $1,000 into it. I'm about $1,000 into it. Actually, I'm a little more than $1,000 if you count the $5,000 PC I built. But I built that
was
for editing prior to the
yeah,
YouTube
you were
stuff.
doing drone stuff before that and other stuff. So, and your underwater Subnautica stuff.
Well, I did that after because I was just tired of not using the PC that I built for that specific use case because you want to spend $5,000 on a PC and only play games on it. I could have been a lot cheaper.
So we went with the direction of let's film our hobbies and bring people in. And we did that because surprisingly within the group of people that we socialize in, a lot of people flock to us. A lot of people find us very sociable and stay with us. So I ran with that idea. I said, well, we keep a lot of people around and a lot of people like to talk to us. So why don't we do this on the internet? Maybe people will like to talk to us. Sometimes. Depends on what we say. But we're going in a forward momentum with YouTube. We stopped obviously for 7 months, but we're going to continue going forward and we're going to change it now.
I've got a bunch of videos already in the pipeline ready to be posted. New stuff that we did.
Yeah,
And new stuff that I did.
we're going to redo the whole YouTube.
Yeah.
So, we're going to work on doing things a little bit more minor and not go so fucking nuts to the wall like I did. Because we kind of did some stuff a little out of order. Like, I shouldn't have spent a lot of time on creating a website for products and merch that nobody was buying.
Yeah, we were the only ones purchasing from our site.
I mean, that was a good thing. But at the same time, we didn't need an entire e-commerce site to do.
Do we still have access to that stuff?
We do.
Because I still need a shirt. I still need a black shirt.
Oh, that's I can
Because I only have your big gray one that is too short for me.
call me fat.
Yes, I'm calling you fat. Bald-headed Porky the Pig looking.
Bitch, when you get out of the shower, you look like Julio Caesar. All right.
You're right.
Um,
Julio
Yes.
Caesar with a big wang.
that's nasty. Yes, we do have access to the site still. We can get shirts.
Okay, cool.
I made stuff. I made some.
I still rock my cup. Best damn cup.
Oh, the mug?
Mhm.
My mom still uses mine. My mom loves that cup. That's her cup. Yeah, we'll start running with products and stuff eventually, but that's not where we want to head right now. What we want to do is we learned from our mistakes on YouTube, my mistakes. And we also learned what captures people's attention. One of our issues is we did like a video about we almost saw an alligator on a ruck. That was one of the dumbest fucking videos we ever made. Like,
And that's funny because I said that. It's like,
we sh-
we're not quite at the point where we
Clickbait.
can make good clickbait titles.
That was,
Which is funny because on the second video, we actually did see an alligator.
yeah. But, we're from Florida, so alligators
Yeah,
are like
that's-
seeing stray cats.
Yep. Plentiful. Water puppy.
Now, did we try to play with it?
Actually, you did. I believe you ran up on it, and it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you
went-
were going. You got close to it, and it just took off like a rocket.
Yeah, because I'm fucking crazy. I don't care. I'm going to touch it. I'm going to sit on it.
Come here.
And let me touch you. Yeah, no. We're not rebranding. We're still going to do everything the same, except for I have to figure out a way Instagram needs to stop being so PC. How do you have companies like Masterpiece Arms, Glock, all these companies that have firearm logos, but I go and post a firearm logo and it's like, no, we're not going to share your content on our website. It's like, piss off.
Yeah, and then
I rebrand.
because we purchased ads with that, we got on like a permanent.
Yeah, permanent band. They wouldn't.
It wasn't really a ban, but we couldn't advertise
We
anymore.
got shadow banned, so like they won't.
No, it wasn't a shadow ban. It was a pretty blatant ban because we can't do anything now.
Yeah, like I post a lot on TikTok, because TikTok is, as long as you don't like shoot a cat,
Yeah.
they're pretty okay. I mean, there's people posting their whole ass coochie on TikTok.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
But
I've seen more boobs on TikTok than I've seen in real life.
you ain't looking in the right spots, homie.
No, I definitely am.
But yeah,
Not anymore, long-term relationship.
No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, boy, you're in a relationship too. Better watch your ass.
Watch your profanity.
Watch your profanity.
So me and Zach met, I don't know how many years ago.
Shit, it's been
6 or 7 years.
Probably 6-7 years or so.
Yeah, we met because we are douchebags that like to suck on computer wieners, aka vapes.
I worked at a vape shop, and he came in.
I was a
as
customer.
Receding hairline customer.
I was underage when he met me, but he wouldn't know that. I had a full-grown beard at 13.
Hey, man, you were in the system. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, that was Brian's fault. But, yeah, we met then, and then I don't know what I was doing, but I became 18. We were hanging out at the shop, and then I think one day you were like, let's hang out. And I was like, that's a little weird to say to a dude. And
Yeah, it was just like, yo, come over. Let's chill.
was-
You seem like cool people. I don't really invite a whole bunch of people over. Actually, at that time, I had a string of people I invited over, and he was the only one that lasted.
I was very concerned I was going to get my kidneys taken out.
I'm coming for your liver, boy.
I've come for your pickle.
I definitely did not come for your pickle. That is
No.
for sure.
No, there's no Dr.
That is
Disrespect.
all
in
to
here.
our buddy.
Yeah, he'll eventually make an appearance here, and he is a
Maybe.
ball of joy. It's up to him. What we plan to do with this podcast is going to be guests. Like, I want Tim, who is, for people that may have seen him,
Wonder if we can get Javi to drive down from Ocala.
we have to have him sober first. Javi, when he's not sober, he's like, I could talk to this wall and have a better conversation. He's so high, he doesn't know what's going on. But, I mean, Javi would be good.
Might get Justin if he actually shows up.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting on my my HP tuners thing, so I know what to set my stuff to. That was what, 2 weeks ago?
Shout out Justin. Go, Justin, go. He's a very busy short man. You have to give him time to grow. It's like a chia pet. Water him.
Chia.
Yeah. We're going to have guests on this channel. We're going to have people. I feel like right now we're going to just do it audio only. Maybe eventually we'll do video production with it, because
I've got some video in the works. We'll I got some ideas. I'm the complete video guy, so I'll come up with some ideas, bounce it off Matt. We'll figure it out. It won't be too hard. We just need to find a better location than my living room.
Yeah.
Because my living room is a little filled up.
You want to know something I found out?
What?
It's really dumb in the state of Florida. You can't start a business from a P.O. box in the state of Florida.
No, you can't.
Nope.
You have to have an actual residence.
Physical building. I was like, why can't you be like everybody else?
Because Florida wants to be different. There isn't Florida man for no reason.
That's
We are different.
Yeah.
I work in 110 degrees every day.
Can't relate.
Yeah.
Can't relate. Don't know what
you.
that's like. We also started this because you have a large inspiration from your dad.
Yeah, my dad has a YouTube channel as well, and he does a lot of horror reviews a lot of horror movies, and I've watched him do it a couple different times, and he does a pretty damn good job. He's been doing video editing for a very long time, like Windows XP long time.
Wow.
Yeah.
Andy does
crazy.
music.
And he also, plays guitar. He's been in a band. Him and his best friends created a band. I love their music. The music is awesome.
Very nice.
He's good at what he did or what he does. I don't know if pretty sure he still does it. I know he hasn't really had the time to do any videos as of recent.
He did a video with us.
He did do a video with us.
That's
one of the videos you guys haven't seen yet.
You will see it, and it.
That is our Veterans Day parade, and it caused a
oh my God, that was a
huge
nightmare.
wave of bullshit. But we got past it.
Yeah, we're not going to go into the reasoning.
Yeah,
but that threw some ripples. That day was rough.
Yeah.
It was great though, because it
got to support the troops in the Orlando Veterans Day parade.
You got to drive around a senator.
I got to drive around one of the representatives from Florida.
You don't know who he is.
I can't remember his name off the top of my head. If this was in video production, I would have just posted the photo.
Shout out to that politician.
That dude, he was cool. That dude was cool.
That was one of the ripples because we were afraid that he was going to be like super PC and you were wearing a gun shirt. Like,
nah, man, that guy did not give a fuck.
he's like,
hell yeah, let's go.
Didn't he ask you if you had liquor inside the car?
Yeah.
He's like, you got any beer in here? Nah, man.
Nah, he was a cool dude. I was happy to ride. I was freaking out in the beginning. So I'm like, holy shit! Like, I got some dude in this car, and what if it breaks down? Because I was in a 31 Model A.
Yeah.
And
we were in two different Model A's.
Well, I was in one, and
I was making one
Matt
scrape on the ground.
was in the other one with my father and my grandfather.
And yeah, that was it. Well, no, wasn't
Rachel was
in the back with us.
Rachel was in the back.
You'll see her in the clip.
And then Shirley was driving.
So the
it was a cool time.
Yeah, it was good. Good time.
Hey, we're gonna hop off this subject because I don't really want to talk about it.
It was a good time. Good time. What other things do we have in post production that aren't done yet?
I don't know because you don't know half of them.
Oh yeah, because I wasn't in half of them.
You weren't in most of them.
We might need to refilm.
No, we aren't gonna refilm shit. You're just gonna be out of it for a little while because you decided to be out of it.
Yeah.
Somebody had to keep the videos going.
Somebody had to keep the lights on in the building.
Building my home?
No, it was the studio that we generously created in your kitchen.
Who's we?
You.
That shit was here before you.
So, I put a use to that area.
What are you, French?
We.
Oui.
Yeah, no. So, let's talk about why I decided to create this podcast, because I am utterly bored. Out of my mind. Okay, I'm going to say this. I work for a dealership. I'm not going to say what brand, but I was fixing a car. Happens to be one of the largest SUVs that they have on their product line. Didn't know this at the time. Also, might be the biggest car that they make, but they make some of the heaviest fucking wheels ever. Everybody in third grade science class learns about Newton's third law of inertia. You ever seen it in real life?
I know you did.
Oh, I did, up close and personal. So on my left hand and my middle finger, I had a 90% amputation, as well as an open break. And for those who don't know what that looks like, think of taking a piece of sewing needle and thread and trying to sew a piece of ground beef together.
Yeah, the front of his finger looked like he stuck it in a grinder for a couple seconds on accident.
Yeah.
Like he was the moron who reached down into a garbage disposal
and turned
while it was on.
Yeah, like I went to go grab that fork.
I went to go get the spoon.
Yeah. So I'm not going to go into super great detail of exactly what happened because I'm currently on workman's comp and they don't, they get kind of weary of certain things. But essentially, I spun a wheel, tried to see if it was out of round, grabbed the wheel, grabbed it really funny, finger got stuck between the spoke, and stationary object being the caliper, motion object being my finger.
Motion object being the wheel.
And my finger. Then sudden stop. They have that saying, you don't need a parachute to skydive more than twice because it's not the fall that kills you, it's the sudden stop.
Yeah.
So.
His dumbass got his finger wedged in between the wheel and the
caliper.
Yeah, the caliper.
Yeah. I'm going to say this much. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Bad idea.
Stupid idea.
10 out of 10 wouldn't. And every time I told somebody, like even when I told you I cut the tip of my finger off, you thought like deli slicer cut it off. You didn't think like
ripped it off.
Ripped it off.
By force.
Yeah.
No, because I thought that you being you, which stupid mistake on my part, would be stupid enough to stick your fucking hand inside of a wheel while it's spinning.
I grabbed it weird.
It's not a fan. You
Okay.
can't stop. You can stop the fan blades. You ain't gonna stop a wheel.
See, that's where everybody gets confused is how I did it. I didn't grab the spokes. I grabbed the tire. My hand happened to land between the spokes when I grabbed the tire, and it was so fast I didn't realize it. It wasn't the fact that you think like the spokes were spinning.
You told me that you grabbed it by the spoke.
Kind of. But
you went to go stop it by sticking your hand in the spoke.
Was I in the
and
ED?
it dragged your arm around.
Was I in the emergency department when this happened? When I told you this?
No, this was after the fact.
Trying to blame it on drugs.
No.
So think of a wheel. It's a big circle. There's rubber. All right. That's the tire. You got the metal, which is
the rim. Yeah.
Then you have the holes in the rim, which is the spokes. Mm-hmm. When I went to go grab it, I grabbed it upside down. So my middle finger was pointed towards the floor. Mm-hmm. When I grabbed it, I grabbed the tire, not knowing that I was also grabbing the spoke. Yep. And then, stationary object meets non-stationary object. And hurdy. Ouchie boo.
Yeah, the only thing that stopped it from completely taking the rest of it off was his ring.
I wear a gold and diamond ring on my left hand for the usual most of the part. It's made of all my family's jewelry. And I didn't take it off for whatever fucking reason. I didn't take it off.
Hey, good thing you didn't, because you'd be sitting here with a 9-fingered wonder.
Yeah, I would have
Now you look like you have a butt plug cast on your hand.
Yeah, this cast is not
It's better than the other one, though.
The other one was
The
horrible.
other one literally looked like a butt plug.
Yeah,
like you were ready to just be stuck in somebody's ass all night.
I looked like if I had a reverse Assassin's Creed blade, but really chunky, attached to my finger. That might... Get away from my damn shoes!
He was eating.
Oh. Well, he ain't no more.
He was eating his food.
Oh, I heard chomping. I wanted to make sure
Look at him, you moron.
There ain't no food in that bowl.
Is there food in the tray?
No.
Maybe he was drinking water. He wasn't in your shoes. He was licking his lips.
He's fat.
You're fat.
So? I don't chew on shoes. That was the cat. Sorry. I threw my vape. I didn't hit the cat. I missed him. I did it on purpose. Right-handed, not left-handed. Don't you dare bring up what I do left-handed. You dare.
Well, seeing as he brought it up,
I had to relearn how to do a few life skills left-handed.
no, he didn't have to relearn how to do any skills left-handed. He has always done these skills left-handed. He is a right-handed man who wipes his ass with his left hand.
Yep.
You are a weird one.
My left hand
You are
is not
different.
my good hand. All right? So if it gets poo-poo on it, it's not as bad as my right hand.
If you're wiping your ass and you're getting shit on your hand, there's a problem.
Shitty toilet paper?
You don't have an ass.
You're right. I'm built like Hank Hill.
Yeah.
I have the disease.
Yep. No
Good
ass
thing,
at all.
thank God women don't give a shit about men's butts.
Bullshit. You try being the guy who has an ass, and everybody is trying to take a
Man,
squeeze.
I've been a man whore a long time in my life.
Yeah, and you also have never had an ass your whole life.
Exactly, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I do have an ass.
And you have been in multiple long-term relationships.
And every single one of those long-term relationships ended up with some poor white girl trying to get a squeeze of my habs. And quickly being swatted away.
I worked with a guy who had like...
I had one of them who was trying for my butthole for years.
She was never
She was
successful.
super mad.
Is
But
that
I
the
wouldn't
same one
ever let her do it.
Is that the same one you threw a PS5 controller at? Or
No.
a PS4 controller at?
We are not talking about that.
Okay.
That is getting out.
Okay, that's fine. Doing. Oh yeah, well it is. It isn't the greatest story.
No, it isn't. It sounds terrible.
Maybe it sounds good in the friend group.
It doesn't even sound... Technically, most people don't even think that story is good. Like, they might act like it because they know they may or may not 50% get punched in the face.
We
But,
can't talk about the fact that you did make someone see stars with a pillow.
You're right.
Yeah, Zach has a tendency. See, now Zach doesn't know his own strength. He's got like the autism strength when it comes to doing anything. Because I've seen.
I just don't know how to moderate how much power I'm putting in.
Yeah, you're like a fucking.
I have always been naturally strong my whole life. And most of the time, I hang around with dudes who...
This just turned in a different direction because we're talking
No, it
about
didn't.
pillow fights.
No,
and
it
dudes.
didn't. Most of the time, I hang around with dudes who can take the shit that I'm doing. Whenever we're wrestling around, most guys can take the strength. They might not
clothed.
take it for long, but they can take it.
We are very
Now,
much clothed.
this very specific situation, I was pillow fighting 2 females. And
Not in a sensual way. Let's paint the
no,
picture
no,
right. This was
no,
in the living
no,
room.
all sensual. No,
No, it wasn't sensual. They were fully clothed and they were in
no,
your living
no,
room.
sensual, completely, butt naked.
We're not.
giggity.
I mean, I guess we could.
Poor
fuck it.
Casper.
Oh man. She found out what Jesus looked like.
Casper didn't find out. That was the other one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was a. You made
Yeah.
me see stars once. It was
Yeah,
great.
so it was a 2-on-1 fight. And there's a video of it. It's
Kinky.
hilarious. There's a video of me
Dude.
hitting some chick with a pillow so hard that she turned around and walked out of the front door.
You ever seen one of those UFC kicks where they just like use the front of their toes and it knocks them out?
Yeah,
That's what it looked like.
yeah.
Like one of those.
Except
just a
I
s-
didn't kick him in the chest like those guys do.
No.
No, I without looking,
A pillow.
banged her in the face with this pillow and double tapped both of them. And before I knew what happened, one of them was walking.
Yeah, she was so mad she was going home.
God, whoops.
Oh well,
It was a fun time.
yeah. So
They weren't too butthurt about it.
other than the dumb stuff we've done in the past, there are things that we plan on doing for the YouTube channel that we're going to do in the future that may be different than our content we've created so far. So we're somehow, some way going to do motorcycle videos. Obviously not right now with my bum finger, because that's my clutch hand. And, but we wanted to do moto videos. We're still in the idea phase of that. I want to see that happen. But
I don't want to talk about motorcycles. That's a
Oh,
sore subject.
2 motors later.
Yeah, so I spent the last year rebuilding this motor. Practically replaced every part on the inside of my R1's bike or motor. And I got 15 miles on my ride before I spun another bearing.
Yeah, but you
So
got
everything on the inside is replaced. It doesn't even knock when it's idling. It doesn't knock to 2,500 RPMs. As soon as you touch 32,
So we got to start with how did you do it in the first place, Zach?
we're not going to start with that because that's incriminating.
We're gonna say that we're gonna.
I was in Mexico doing some high speeds.
Zach was out of the country. Zach was
Yeah,
doing.
me and Cozumel got
Zach
got
was.
along great.
Zach was on an on ramp in Mexico.
But going at speeds,
We're not gonna
perfectly legal in Mexico.
say. Yeah, we're
And,
178 kilometers per hour,
Yeah,
and
that.
yeah, and for an extended of what, like 15 minutes?
No, it was like a minute and a half.
Damn.
And as soon as I came off of it, oh man, the noises I heard. I starved the engine of oil.
Sounded like two skeletons fucking on a tin roof in a hailstorm.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was.
And
Man.
it cost me a lot. So the original, I came up with the estimate while I was taking it apart, and it started off at $500, and then slowly made its way up and up and up. So, to make a long story short,
You could have bought a motor.
$1,400 later, $1,400 got me 15 miles.
Almost a
So about
$100 a mile.
a little under $100 a mile, And it was great to be on my bike. I got to try out the exhaust I had just got the day after I blew the motor. I ordered it a week prior, but I finally got to hear that exhaust, which was awesome. And now the bike's up for sale for less than a quarter of what I have into it in total from purchasing the bike and the $3,000 worth of
Hey, but there's some pretty good
parts that I've had to replace on that motor, and how many times I've had to go inside of it, and I got a lemon. That's the name of the game.
The stator went.
3 times.
The stator went three times.
The stator went because the flywheel, a manufacturer defect,
Yeah,
went
yeah.
3
the
times
Magneto.
and caused metal and magnet shit
God.
to go inside of my engine, which I'm almost certain is what caused my premature failure.
Yeah, I don't think we got all of the pieces.
No, we definitely didn't, because I didn't break it open. I didn't clear
No,
out all the oil channels.
we took-
I got all the pieces. There was no pieces of Magneto in that bike. There was a ton of magnetic flake all over the motor.
We definitely didn't do what we were supposed. We took the oil pan off. That was it.
Yeah, we took the oil pan off
And
and,
the
we
tube.
sprayed the inside with brake parts cleaner. We blasted this shit. I went through 5 cans of brake parts cleaner rebuilding that, or cleaning that out on 3 different occasions. And then on the 4th occasion, the engine blew.
Yeah, I remember getting that phone call. That was great. I wasn't with you guys at the time because I wasn't riding that night. And
Yeah, he had to be Captain Save-A-Ho.
What do you mean, Captain Save-A-Ho? You mean, Captain, you can sit in my trunk and wait for someone to get a pickup truck? I didn't have a pickup truck at the time.
Yes, you did.
I had the SUV. That's when I first bought the SUV.
So who brought the pickup?
The buddy we have in a video.
I don't remember him going. Oh
yeah,
yes,
he
he
got the
did, and me
ramps.
and you, yeah,
Yeah, no,
Okay,
I
yeah.
stayed with you because you needed the manpower to pick it up into the back of the
yeah.
bed.
Adam brought his truck and got picked up the bike because I was riding with him.
That's because let's backtrack a little bit. We went to Chili's. Let's start there.
I don't know if there's Chili's in Mexico though.
Chili con carnes. Welcome to Chili's. And then you were driving down Cozumel Street. And then you call me. I'm behind you. You go, man, I don't know. We're like maybe 15 minutes away from the Casa, the hotel we're staying in. And you're like, I don't think it's going to make it. And I go, I can hear it. And I'm 2 car lengths back. I don't think it's going to make it either. And you're like, should I pull over? I'm like, yeah.
No, I pulled over because it shut off on me. It
Oh,
locked up.
yeah. Yeah, that's when the motor said goodbye.
Yep.
I'm
it
done.
said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."
It said goodbye. And then, you You definitely killed it.
Yeah, it was big did. Super big did.
But don't forget, the year that it took to repair it was a lot of you getting frustrated with the fact it was broken.
yeah.
You would find interest in it, and then you'd just go, yeah, I fucking hate this. I don't want to do this. Because, Yamaha builds motorcycles, I don't know, in anti-gravity?
Back in 07, they built the year R1 that I have, 07, 08.
It's purple.
It is...
He bought it in Mexico.
No, I didn't buy it in Mexico. Was a really shitty year for them because they decided to redesign the motor and cause it to have premature failing. And 10 out of 10 would never recommend. Yeah, I don't give a shit. We're past that point.
We're in the Baja Desert. But
I'm still trying to figure out where this wee shit is coming from.
I live it vicariously. I have dragged you with an extension cord on that bike.
You have.
Yeah.
On one, actually.
Twice.
Didn't you? I was about to say, you did it twice whenever it failed.
Well, I mean,
my battery left me stranded in the same spot 2 different times because the
first time
rotor
failed. No, the second time is because you didn't connect a wire back up and it wasn't charging the battery and you were riding off pure battery the second time. First time is when it kaboomed. Second,
no, it was connected.
Yeah, no, it did blow up again.
Twice.
That's right.
Twice you pulled me on that from it failing. And then the third time that it failed, I wound up replacing it with the upgraded OEM part.
It was your turn because I had the intruder.
Yeah. But back on to topic.
Mm-hmm.
We were thinking about doing some bike stuff, and I don't exactly know how we're gonna wind up doing that. I don't know if we want to go with the motovlog style, but motovlogs honestly have kind of died.
No.
So.
Yeah, but we could do it doesn't have to be an entire video on YouTube. We could do shorts. It could be TikToks. It could be whatever.
Yeah.
We're planning on doing some kind of content because for those who are unaware, and they know that we're into the car scene, but they don't know that we're in the motorcycle scene. We're very big into the motorcycle scene.
You're welcome.
Ooh la la. Good for you. Yeah, I mean, I'm chasing up to your 28 bikes. I'm at
28, I wish.
I'm at, what, think 6 now?
I'm at 40. It's my 40th bike.
And it
was my dream bike, and it's the bike I hate the most.
Yeah?
I hate this bike more than I hated the first bike that I had that caused me the 2 really bad accidents.
Yeah.
I love riding it. Don't get me wrong. The bike is awesome.
It looks great. It's a wonderful front yard ornament.
Yeah, it's an awesome lawn ornament. And it's awesome when it does run. I could go out to it right now, start it up. It'll fire right up. I could go and take it on the highway and send it. I'm not going to be able to send it for very long, but guess what? I could.
You could technically drop it into Lake Jessup.
I could.
Make it alligator food.
No.
No.
So I'm going to post it up for sale. And I don't want to talk about it anymore. So.
Okay.
Motorcycle content.
Yay!
We will find out how that's going to go, and hopefully we can produce something that you guys like. Hopefully we can produce something that I like, because I'm a stickler when it comes to motorcycle stuff.
That makes it sound so fun for me.
I got you, fam.
We're going to do more car content. I had an SUV that did the max of like 100. And now I have a hatchback that does a max of like 120. But I
can't wait to see that thing on the drag strip.
I am not going against anybody but like a
You're going to go against whoever the fuck is there, just like Javi did. Javi went up against that GTR twice.
And got his ass whooped.
But he beat what time you thought he was going to have.
Yeah, I thought he has a stock Chrysler 300 and he swore up and down he was going to do a 15.
He was in the 15.
No, he wasn't. He
was
a 16.9.
No, he was a 15.9.
I have to.
You said that he wouldn't break the 16s.
I'm going to YouTube. I'm going to pull this video
real
quick.
Or you said that he wasn't going to break the 17s. One of the two.
It's one of our best videos.
Yeah.
Where is Javi?
The shitty part is that most of that video was taken on
That was
S10.
That
looked
night
terrible.
that was our worst video production, but our best video content.
Yes, by far.
Because that night went great for us, but for filming wise and doing all the post editing was a bitch.
Yeah, it took me like 2 days to do that video.
Yeah, I actually paid for a lot of people to go to that. There's a part of our intro from that video. I'm trying to find it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, what did he do? Yeah, he did 16-1. So we'll split the difference. We were both wrong. So he did 16-1.
Was that his first pass or his second pass?
I'm not pulling up the video again.
It's still up.
Hold on.
I don't think it really matters.
Hold, please. It's not up anymore.
This fucking guy.
So we're gonna redo the YouTube channel. We're gonna do a lot more content. We're gonna try to do better content because I don't think people want to watch. I mean, watching us walk through the woods is fun.
I didn't think it was that bad. It goes along with what we were initially trying to do with the channel, because initially the channel was going to be more gun related, and
Right.
then we decided, hell, why don't we go to the track? I love going to the track. I've been to the track multiple times. I've raced on the track multiple times. So
Two different cars now.
It made sense to go and do that. And then we started kind of branching off and doing other stuff in between, because you can only shoot so much ammo. Like,
Ammo's not cheap.
We're not getting paid for any of this. We are only paying out.
Yeah.
We are not receiving anything.
Shout out to our Patreon. Hold on 1 second. We do have a Patreon, so donations are nice.
Yeah.
Don't look at me like that. You just didn't
Yeah,
listen to me.
It's expensive. I buy all of my ammunition in bulk, and I could go through a 1,000-round case of 9 in 2 or 3 videos.
Let's just also talk about the calibers in which we shoot. We don't just shoot 9mm and 22s. All right?
Yeah.
We don't shoot just regular calibers. We shoot 9, 40, 45, 357, 308. Sometimes, if we're lucky, 338 Lapua.
That's you. I haven't got to shoot that gun.
It's great.
I bet it
It
is.
is fucking.
That M110 though. That M110 is mint.
We
Actual M110, not PSA Saber. Justin.
Shout out Justin. I have an M110. Right. And I'm the Queen of England. Right. But we get to dabble in guns that not many people get to touch, but that's one luxury we have. But we don't shoot. I mean, shit, you shot a 50, didn't you?
No, I never got to shoot a 50.
Oh, I thought you did shoot the 50.
No, I wanted to shoot the Desert Tech, but it was gone before.
Yeah.
Like, I got the video. I got the video, and then it was gone.
Yeah.
But
We revolve guns very fast, but the we don't shoot cheap calibers, and we also don't use cheap ammunition. Like, we don't use Tool.
I don't use boo-boo shit.
We don't use Snow Wolf. Like, we don't use any of the cheapy, crappy ammo. So, like, we go buy a box of Blazer, it's $19 our cost. You know.
Maybe your cost. Boy's got a ammo membership.
Yeah. But
So
when we were
it
filming,
cut down the cost of ammunition quite a bit, but it's still.
but not only
it's
the
still
fact we got to
expensive.
pay, we don't own a range.
Yeah.
The cool thing about most of these gun YouTubers is that they usually have a range in like their backyard.
Or they have access to a range.
Right. Like, for those who don't know, Demolition Matt was actually a pyrotechnics coordinator for a company that worked in Texas. He used to do special effects. Like, little people don't know about
He
that.
did that while he was a vet?
So, all right, if you go and
White
look on the
people.
internet, there is a TV show that was called Somebody's Got to Do It by Mike Rowe. And he was on it. And the company in which he worked for doing pyrotechnics and stuff I think it was called Demolition Ranch, and that's where he came up with the name of it. But none about him. Doesn't matter. He owns a ranch now. He owns a gun range.
Yeah, he opened
Brandon
up that-
Herrera owns a gun company. Those guys are
Him and his
indisposed.
AK-50.
Dude, that thing's crazy. You he finished it,
Yeah,
right?
no, I saw it.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I've been following that a lot. That's like the only communist gun that I'll ever follow.
I wish it's not communist because it's made in America.
It's communist platform. Yes, Brandon, commie platform.
Fat electrician is being summoned as we speak because you say the word communism and he starts shaking. Let me tell you how communism's a bad idea. I love him. He's great. But we're not those people. We are never going to be those. Well, I can't say never, but we don't have that kind of thing. We're not just paying for ammo, but we're also paying for gas, travel, because some of the ranges we go to are not close to our house at all.
Yeah, my primary range is an hour away.
Right.
And it cost me $500 a year.
Right. So, if we're looking into other than the fact that it's one of our biggest hobbies and we are competition shooters and we train for things like that and we try to be a part of different things, we are paying for this out of pocket, and so we can't always do gun content because we don't have any sponsors. We don't have any monies. We don't have a range.
is very short.
Yeah. So again, shout out our Patreon. We wanted to branch into a different direction, and then we kind of became at a point where we kind of we're like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, we don't know what we're doing. So that's when we kind of had the idea of we could just do a lot of the things that we like to do. Whether it can be like, I don't want to compare ourselves to other YouTubers, but like Whistling Diesel. He can do, he did the RPG video. Then he owns a tank. Then he's crushing the Dirty Max or whatever he has.
Did you watch his most recent video?
The Killdozer?
No, that's
Oh.
not his most. He just released a video that he put a plane's turbine engine on a Ferris wheel,
not
or
a Ferris
not a
wheel.
Ferris wheel,
It was like it's the playground thing. I want to say Tilt-A-Whirl.
The spinny.
Merry-go-round. No,
yes,
it's
merry-go-round.
It's like a merry-go-round, but it's the one without the horses. Yeah, he almost died because he was going.
didn't.
He was going so fast that he almost couldn't shut it off.
Yeah, he didn't almost die. That was totally staged.
What?
No, what was causing it to keep going was the fuel leak that he had going on.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Yeah, see, I watched the whole video. He had a fuel leak going on, and it actually sent the thing exploded
I didn't
while
know
they
that.
were behind the wall, and this jet engine goes flying like a fucking football field in the middle of this field. Like, I was like, holy shit. Luckily, they were posted up behind a wall,
Jesus, no.
but parts went flying everywhere, and that engine, while still on, flew in the air, spinning, and right into the ground, like a football field away. It was nuts. You got to watch that video.
I will watch that video. That is crazy. That's like when I forgot who it was. I don't remember who it was, but there was a video that I watched where they're pretty famous YouTubers, but they have access to certain things that most people don't.
Yeah.
So, he was shooting an RPG, and it blew up.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that video.
Yeah, he was on the unsubscribed.
Yeah, dude, that you don't know how much money I would pay to go and be on Eli's podcast. Oh my God!
I wouldn't pay any money. I don't care about people that much.
Shut up! I'll pay for you,
I don't want to go on somebody else's. I want mine to be good.
bro. To sit amongst the gun YouTuber gods, essentially, you have Brandon, you have Angry Cops, you have.
I would like to just shoot the shit with them, but I don't really care to be on a podcast with them.
Kentucky.
That's just me.
Bro. Kentucky Ballistics. I mean, you got.
He is. I watch every single one of his
Dude,
videos.
the punt gun. The punt gun.
This is Kentucky Ballistics.
And this is the punt gun. Dude, it shoots a football. That thing's
Yeah.
crazy. But
The 4-bore is pretty cool too.
that's an actual.
The 1-inch shell.
Well, yeah. Well, for people that don't know, there's an actual gun that shoots something like that. It's called a 959 JDJ, and it's nuts. It's it's a cannon. I don't care what you call it. You can say it's a smooth bore with a breech loader. It's a cannon. it shoots a projectile the size of, I don't know, a tennis ball. What are you shooting with a tennis ball? I can tell you, insurgents. Are those level 4 plates? No. Well, we got to keep moving. Yeah, like.
Let's go.
But back to roundabout to Brandon Herrera. I really wish he would run for president, but we're not going to go into any further of that. But I just really wish he would. I know he knows.
Well, I know he was going for trying to be on
Texas
House.
Yeah, he was going to be a senator.
No, he wasn't going to be a senator. He's going to be a House representative.
I don't remember exactly.
I don't know what happened with it. I gotta look it up, but
I don't think he won. He got very far, but he won and didn't win. He didn't get elected, but the guy he was primarily running against to keep out of Texas Senate didn't win.
okay.
So that's what I think happened. Don't quote us on that. Let's go into what do we have going on right now that we are producing content on a pretty regular basis.
Call of Duty.
Twitch.
Yeah, we're using Twitch. We're gonna try some other platforms because we know that Twitch is dead.
Yeah. Thanks,
Yeah.
Dr. Disrespect. Loser.
Yeah, Twitch is dead.
Yeah, now everybody. I remember that phone call earlier was great. You need to try Kick. You talking about the Messenger app? No, not the.
I was thinking that he was talking about the Messenger app from like
middle school,
mid 2000s.
No, I'm talking about KICK, not KIK. No, and I guess Kick is more better off. We're dabbling in it. We're working with it. We are not streamers by any means. We're dabbling.
Yeah,
We're just doing it for fun.
just doing it because why not?
Well, I can tell you this much. We have one of two reactions on Call of Duty. We either have a really fun reaction or we make everybody very mad.
Yeah,
'Cause
I'm definitely on the side of making people very mad. Well, my team is always happy.
Right. We played Call of Duty when it first dropped for, I don't know, like 4 or 5 weeks.
I've been a pretty heavy COD player.
Right.
Recently I've been on the VR kick.
Yeah, you're on VR. I can't do that.
Doing Contractor Showdown. That's a fun game.
Yeah, I feel like that would give me the pukes.
It will. You have to get used to it.
I think the first introduction to VR should have been the same introduction you gave everybody. Is here's Beat Saber. You gave me the zombie attack apocalypse thing that threw me for a loop.
Oh, Half-Life Alyx.
Yeah, I was like, bro, why
Yeah.
did you give me this game? Why couldn't I be like cutting fucking squares into
Well,
music?
you could still try it.
No,
Yeah, try Beat Saber.
I'm good.
It's not.
I tried it. I hate it.
When did you try it?
I tried it when the other person I was with at the time tried it, and I didn't like it.
I don't remember you trying it.
Yeah, I tried it for like 2 seconds. I hated it. It made me dizzy because of the blocks flying past my head.
So, you say to introduce you to VR, doing the block thing. I introduce you to Half-Life Alyx, and then I give you the option to play the block thing, and you still complain about it? Does it really matter? I think you're just complaining.
Actually, we did play VR not too long ago. I played that one where you're shooting like the dummies that pop up.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's not a shooting arena, but you get to like... It's like medieval, but they have like bots that run at you.
Oh, Bone Lab.
There it is. Yeah, Bone Lab. I played that one. That one wasn't bad.
That makes me motion sick as hell.
I know I played that one for a while because I was like, yeah, that one did it. I remember that. But that one didn't do it as bad. So it's the I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the zombie apocalypse.
Either way, we've been doing a lot of COD stuff. He's been trying out some other games on PlayStation because he's streaming on PlayStation. I'm doing PC streaming at the moment.
Yeah,
and
Hell Let Loose is my big game right now.
And I'm still balls deep in Modern Warfare 3.
I really wish you would play Hell Let Loose because it's a fun game.
Dude, I've got so good at Warzone.
I don't know.
Gio would say I haven't, but
yeah,
these last few games I've been ahead of him.
Gio would say that
He
you
says
suck.
that I suck.
Yeah, but Gio lives in Canada,
says
so
I
his
don't
opinion
listen.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Gio is our. You probably eventually will hear him in a stream, maybe on the podcast.
Most likely with me.
Yeah, he might be on the podcast because we can do something through Discord between him and us, and do it that way. I've done it before. He's very fun. I mean, we met him. Didn't we meet him on Call of Duty? It's been a couple years.
We met him on Modern Warfare 2.
I mean, hell, one of your closest friends that you call very close to you, you met on Call of Duty. Or
No,
Destiny.
I didn't. Destiny.
Destiny.
Yeah. My buddy Jarrett.
Yep.
I met him on
That was years
Destiny.
ago.
That was Destiny 1 year 2.
Yeah,
Picked him up off an LFG thing.
that was what, like
That was like 2010,
so
2011.
14 years ago. Then we
Yeah.
have Tim.
Tim, he's my high school best friend.
Ow, you fucking whore. I just got attacked by a cat. Piss off, cat. Damn, he came out of nowhere.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Tim was also not just your friend, but he was also, he worked for me. Not at the same time, but that's a collector's knife.
Yeah.
What do you, gross.
Skin.
Cutting
Don't worry
skin.
about it.
Gross. Yeah, Tim was your friend, then he became my friend, then he came and worked for me, and then we accomplished nothing for a very long time. I swear to God, I'm gonna murder your cat. There he goes. His eyes are so wide. He's so high
Yes,
right now.
he's cracked out right now.
Myth. So we have Tim in a lot of videos actually. I mean, he was in the drag race video, he was in the shooting video. He was the one who supplied us with the 32 auto where I make in the intro of our YouTube, this is you, this is the guy she says don't worry about. Yeah, that was because of Tim. Tim is a behind the cameras kind of guy. He wants to do a YouTube, hasn't done it.
He's got one made.
He's got one made, he just hasn't made any production with it yet.
Yeah, no.
He wants us to do it, but
It's primarily car stuff.
so
And right now he's been working on getting book covers made for authors.
yeah,
And he's doing a damn good job at it. I looked at it after you guys left for 4th of July.
yeah, he does.
showed
He
me.
does some pretty good ones.
He's always been very artsy though.
Right.
That man, when we were in high school, would just sit there not paying attention in school and just drawing cars.
Didn't he draw his own tattoo? One of them?
Yes, I believe he drew the ones on his forearms.
Oh, so he'll be on this podcast. I know for sure because there's a lot of dumb stories between not just you and him, but you, me, and him at work. And I mean, hell, I lit the man on fire
Yeah.
twice.
And then proceeded to meme the shit out of the photo.
Yeah, I'll probably put that in a YouTube video. Actually, there's a lot of imagery of the company I used to work for. Yeah,
That's not going to happen.
for 4 years, I worked for a company, which I want to get Tyler, who is another coworker of mine, on this podcast because he could tell you every day, all day, every day, the dumb stuff we used to do. Because remember, I'm in 2 buildings. To paint the picture, I work for a tire company. I'm not going to say which one, but it's a very big one in the state of Florida, and it's very well known. And I was a store manager of a very shitty store, and we didn't have that many customers, so we did a lot of dumb shit. Like when I used to chase down my coat. I can't get sued for this, right? This was in Mexico, where it's legal. I may or may not have chased down my coworkers with a stick that I called the Get Right stick. That was a broken broomstick.
It was all in good fun. They had a good time.
That was when you were there.
Yeah.
No,
I'm pretty positive they didn't have a good time. Everybody would have heard about it.
No, they did very much like me from the previous management that was there. So, things change, life, people, all that kind of fancy shit, and I stopped working there, whatever. But yeah, the guys that I worked with were very loyal to me. Tim being one of them, and Tim only worked.
Of course.
Worked
He
for the
only
company.
came back because of you.
Yeah, he worked for the company once, hated it. I got him that job the first time. Then he came back and worked for me because I came and started doing stuff, and he worked directly for me. We're not going to get into that part, but we're going to have guys from my old shop on this podcast. I'm going to try somehow, because there was times where we lit the bathroom on fire. There's times where I lit people on fire. There was whole ass meetings I used to have in the back room where we took a 338 Lapua Magnum into a conference room in my old building.
Yeah, it was a...
That place was a circus.
Yeah.
But it was my circus.
The tire convoy that we had going on.
I don't know. Zach practically worked for me, unpaid.
I didn't work for him. I just helped him out only whenever it was fun. Most of the time, I just
You got free access to the shop, though.
Yeah, but it was fun to sit there and be like, hey, you guys have to sit here and work in this hot ass shop, and I get to sit here and be a glorified customer.
Yeah, I had to
never
move.
spend $1.
Yeah, you didn't spend any money. There was, we had to move 1,500 tires from one building to another across an entire parking lot. That was not fun.
That I was working on, but that was because the people he had working for him were slow as fuck.
And not only that, I had my boss up my ass so far, I almost had a new molar. Like, it was rough. What is the goal that you want for the YouTube?
The goal I want for the YouTube is for it to grow and for me to get better at video production. Because I'm coming into this with zero video production skill. Like, everything that you guys see on these videos,
Is a
I
learning
have
experience.
thought of on the spot.
Yeah, me and Zach have spent many countless long nights producing videos. Because you keep me up because I have to be up. Because you refuse to edit videos unless I'm sitting behind you.
Oh?
No. I know.
No.
I know.
Most of my videos have been produced while you are not in this house.
Not
Because
the start.
I would start them at 10 o'clock at night, and I would do them till 3 a.m.
Yeah, I know. That's one thing I want to start doing a little bit better is, like, maybe instead of trying to produce, we need to find our schedule a little bit better.
Well, the overall goal before was I wanted to be 4 videos ahead.
Right. We are now.
No, we're like 6 or 7 ahead.
Right.
now.
So we have some content that will buffer for us, which is good because now we can go back in and we can actually spend more quality time on producing I wouldn't say better content, but producing a more streamlined content. So we have a buffer zone of videos that we, again, are going to, reintroduce. In the timeline isn't going to make sense, but who gives a shit? I don't care. It's a video. We'll make it work. I have to work with Instagram because, God, I want to hit them. If Instagram was a person, I'd kick them right in the sack. But TikTok is our biggest thing. If you don't know, it's tiktok.com/idioticallyarmed. All of our social media platforms, there is no other social media platforms. There's no Facebook. There's no Twitter. I'm not going to do those. Those are really stupid social medias. I mean,
no, because Facebook and Instagram are the same thing.
Facebook is Meta. And then TikTok is Idiotically Armed. Instagram is Idiotically Armed. Twitch is Idiotically Armed.
Or Sniper Wolf 1156.
Right.
Because I'm streaming on my original TikTok, and it's not the e-girl. Let's get this straight.
You came first.
I came first. I've been using that email since AOL.com.
Yeah, you did that for a long time.
Everybody calls me and asks me if I copied her name.
No, I think
she
you might have
copied my name.
Didn't she do Destiny at one point? She might have found you.
No.
No.
I have no idea. All I know is that she's trash.
Garbage.
Garbage.
Yeah. We're gonna film more. There's a lot of things that are gonna be changing very soon. The moto vlog stuff, as much as I want it to happen, you need to get a bike again.
Yeah, I need to get rid of this bike, get a new one.
That's not going to happen for a little while. I mean, I can single-handedly film content on my Harley, but I mean,
It's not like it's going to matter because nobody's going to be able to hear you. You're going to have to voice over everything.
That bike is so loud. We can be in a group of 5 people. If my stereo's blaring, you can hear it. You're good. Don't worry about putting on your headphones. You're good. Yeah, and then for a long time, I had a bike that I was just wearing headphones and gave no shit to the world. But Twitch is going to happen. More videos are going to happen. We're hoping to get this podcast off the ground. I'm hoping my finger isn't fucking gone. Because there's still a possibility I might lose the tip of my finger.
Yeah, builds character.
Yeah, just having
Does it look like it has blood flow? Does it look any better?
It looks like a dog turd.
What do you mean it looks like a dog turd?
Here, hold on. For those who can't obviously see us because this is a
Did you take a more recent photo?
Yes, brother. Well, I want to show you the picture of what my mother took because my mom's picture of it in the ER. Wow.
I don't want to see what it looks like in the ER. I want to see what it looks like recent. Like,
I think
within the last week. Because I saw the one from your girls.
Yeah, she saw that. That's not it. Where the hell?
Well, I know she saw it. She took the photo.
I think she has it still. I'd have to get it.
Yeah,
from
you
her.
haven't taken a photo since then.
It's healing. There's a few spots that are concerning. I don't have an infection, but there's a few spots that aren't fully healed that are still like, I wouldn't say oozing, but that are still putting blood out. And by this point, there should be no more blood.
Well, you also leave it cast up, so it's not getting any kind of air. It's probably not able to coagulate very well.
I do take it off for about 2 to 3 hours a day. And that's what the doctor said. But we'll figure this out. Again, on the 15th, I have another appointment. We'll really figure out what's going on with my finger then. I might be going back to work. So the podcast might be produced on a Saturday, probably. That's probably going to be the schedule. It's going to be a Saturday evening, Sunday morning. It doesn't take me long to edit. It takes me a little while. Freight train Billy, me. Yeah, this friendship all started. This friendship all started off the fact that we like to give fellatio to electronic
as Jarrett
devices.
likes to call it, my life alert.
Yeah, we have some very very colorful friends that I hope to join us on this journey of podcasting because it gets interesting.
Yeah,
our life is interesting. I mean, I don't know how many times you've gone on a roof and sent me a video and I go, do a backflip.
Do a cartwheel.
Yeah, I say that a lot. Do a backflip. Do a cartwheel. Do something.
Fall.
Fall. Jump. What else? There's dumb stuff you do at work consistently.
Yeah, well, my work that's a clusterfuck in and of itself.
I mean, you set a breaker off by just sticking a fork in the light socket.
No, I didn't stick a fork in the light socket. I took the wire. Nobody could find the breaker.
So you found it.
I was like, well, here, I'll show you where it is. Stuck. I put the hot on the ground, or I grounded the hot to the box. Blew up a piece of copper, but it popped the breaker like it was supposed to.
We're gonna say one thing. What is one of the dumbest things you've seen in the construction business? And I mean like people, like you went to a customer's house or something, because you do.
There is so many dumb things.
Most recent. Just go with most recent.
Most recent.
Like, my fan doesn't work, and you look up in it, and it's got like.
So, believe it or not, people think that it is all right to put grease down kitchen sinks. There is no grease trap in your standard neighborhood plumbing.
Yeah, restaurants.
I
Restaurants only.
Yeah.
Like industrial kitchens.
Yeah, so people were pouring grease, bacon grease, ham grease, food grease.
Grease.
Yeah, like super grease. And not last week, but the week before, I had to clean out 4 different people's cleanouts, and there was 3-inch chunks
Ew.
of, like, it looked like bone.
Ew. Like the white solid, like fat. Ugh,
Yes.
disgusting.
Solid.
Disgusting.
Rancid shit. I had to use our big pressure washer and blast out all of those drains because the whole kitchen, both top floor and bottom floor, were completely clogged up because the people on the second floor, their drain goes into the people on the first floor. So anytime they use their kitchen sink or any kind of drain in the kitchen, it would drain into that pipe. And when it would drain into that pipe, it would come up in their sink on the first floor.
Ew.
Yes. Because it was clogged, all the grease from both of them would clog up into the bottom, their P-trap in the wall.
You
To
said
stop.
P-trap.
Yep. And 4 hours of jetting shit pipes per building or per unit just to get this that community smells terrible now because all of that shit had to come out.
So you happy that you wear this many hats at work?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
not at all.
Yeah.
But you know what? It pays the bills. I like the guys I work with.
The same way.
For the most part, that we have a new guy. He's different.
Listen, there's always that one guy who makes it interesting for the group.
Yeah, it's not interesting. It's aggravating.
I was just keeping it PC for HR, but
Yeah,
whatever.
no, fuck that.
Okay.
No, even they think he's aggravating.
Damn. I would say, other than that, I'm out
He's
of work.
worked there for 3 weeks, and he took off all last week.
Wow, nice.
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah, the owner of my company, we were talking about it a couple days ago.
Wow, that's rough.
Yeah, he's like, he's worked for 21 days, or he's been employed for 21 days, and he's only worked 12 of them.
Jesus. I would say just before I got hurt, the funniest, I wouldn't say funny, I would say worst/funny thing that I had to deal with was the car model that I deal with at my company, that's burnt, isn't it?
No.
Too hard of a hit.
I haven't used salt nicotine in a long time.
Yeah, it's like smoking a cigarette.
I grabbed this device so everybody didn't hear my suck going off, but
Well,
I think I'm going to go back to that because I just got lightheaded as shit.
So just before I got hurt, there was the car that's a ripoff of the Jeep that my company creates. This customer, I've never, they all show you those videos of like customer states, my car sounds like a raccoon going down the road farting. Never had that. Never had that one yet. But I did have a customer state smells like death, thinks something died. And so I was tasked with the job of going and searching for said dead item. And I had to go and look for said dead animal. And I went and I pulled the car in, and all I remember from going into me going out to get the car, I had to sit with my head out the window to bring the car inside, because when I did bring the car in, everybody in the shop knew. Everybody in the shop knew. Sorry, we're looking at mic volumes, but everybody knew that I had the car that had the dead animal. And I'm searching for this dead animal, and I come to find this, what used to be a squirrel.
Ooh.
Yeah. Big 37-inch mud tires on this truck, and it ran it over. I'm pretty sure it ran it over a few times. So it was so bad that it got stuck up behind the fender liner. So I had...
Nasty bitch.
I had to... Now, mind you, I was wearing a face mask. I was wearing...
Full hazmat gear.
Bro, I was wearing gloves on gloves. And then I was wearing my painter's mask for breathing. Because I was like, dude, I'm a gag. Smells are not my... I am the first person when it comes to an injury or bad things happening to someone. Someone could throw up and I'll be fine. But if I smell it, I'm gonna throw up.
See, that doesn't bother me. I'm not bothered by any of it. I've been so desensitized. Like, that grease that I cleaned out smelled like a dead animal.
Yeah.
On all 4 buildings.
No, I'm good.
It was like somebody took a shit right there on the floor.
Ew.
And it festered there for 6 months.
Hey, that's like the Target we went to.
Yes. Yeah, disgusting.
Little known fact, we went to a Target once and someone shit on the floor in the bathroom.
Shit on the floor, the wall, the back of the toilet.
They
like
hit everything but
they
the
just
lottery.
aimed wherever.
Their butthole was a machine gun. It was bad. Yeah, so I had the task of peeling what was remnants of a squirrel. And you know what the last thing that squirrel saw was? Its asshole.
Ugh.
Yeah, it was squished. That squirrel was nothing. So I cleaned it. I sent it to detail. I got the smell the way out of it. And customer was happy as a clam. And they asked me, did you find it? Did I find it? I found everything. Everywhere. So yeah, that's what I get to deal with. And then I get to deal with the stupid customers like, I hit a parking stump, now my wheels are broken. Don't do that. But we're going to do another episode next week. And thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, man.
Hit us up on social media. We need more followers.
Yeah.
YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, maybe not Instagram.
Please, sir, may I have some more?
Followers. More followers. But everybody keep this in mind. Stay woke.
Tony. Don't ever.
Don't touch kids.
Don't be like them.
Don't touch kids. Kids are not okay. But all right. We will see you guys next week. You guys have a fun time.
You guys have a good one.
Don't touch kids. And I did not have sexual relations with that man. Maybe I did.